Hello, everyone. Welcome back to ESC Grammar and Structure. Let me ask you a question. Which sentence is better? Close the door. Or, could you please close the door? Both are grammatically correct. But they don't have the same effect. The first sounds direct. The second sounds polite. Interesting, right? Now look at these two sentences. The cat chased the mouse. The mouse was chased by the cat. They describe the same event. But why choose one over the other? Today, we're going to discover the answer. Instead of asking, is this sentence grammatically correct? Functional grammar asks something much more interesting. Why did the speaker choose this sentence? What meaning does it create? What job is the grammar doing? By the end of this lesson, you'll begin seeing English in a completely new way. Let's get started. Part 1. What is grammar? Before we talk about functional grammar, let's remind ourselves what grammar is. Many people think grammar is just a list of rules. For example, use the past tense. Don't forget the articles. Use the correct word order. Those rules are important. But imagine grammar as a toolbox. A hammer has a purpose. A screwdriver has a different purpose. You don't use a hammer to tighten a screw. In the same way, every grammar choice has a purpose. Grammar isn't only about being correct. Grammar helps us communicate ideas. Grammar helps us express feelings. Grammar helps us build relationships. Grammar helps us organize information. So grammar is not just structure. Grammar is also function. Mini thinking challenge. Imagine your teacher says, "Sit down." Now imagine your friend says, "Please, have a seat." Which sounds more polite? Pause the video. Think for a moment. The second one. Why? Because grammar changes how people feel. The meaning stays similar. The relationship changes. That's exactly what functional grammar studies. Part 2. What is functional grammar? Now let's define it. Functional grammar is the study of how grammar creates meaning. Read that again. Not simply grammar. Grammar creating meaning. Functional grammar asks questions like, why did the speaker use this tense? Why did they choose the passive voice? Why did they begin the sentence with this word? Why did they ask instead of tell? Every grammar choice has a reason. Every choice creates a different meaning. That's why functional grammar is sometimes called meaning-based grammar. Instead of memorizing hundreds of rules, we ask, what is the speaker trying to do? Simple example. Look carefully. Sentence A. John broke the window. Sentence B. The window was broken. Which one tells us who did it? Sentence A. Which one hides the person? Sentence B. Why would someone hide the person? Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't want to blame anyone. Maybe they're writing a formal report. The grammar changed. The meaning changed. The focus changed. Functional grammar explains why. Part 3. The big idea. Traditional grammar often asks, is the sentence correct? Functional grammar asks, what is the sentence doing? Think about these. I promise. I'm sorry. Congratulations. Be careful. These aren't only sentences. They're actions. When you say, I promise, you're not describing a promise. You're making one. Language does things. Grammar helps language do those things. Fun activity. Guess the purpose. Sentence 1. Could you open the window? Is it A. Giving information? B. Making a request? C. Telling a story? The answer is B. It's a request. even though it's written as a question. Interesting. Grammar and function aren't always the same. Part 4. Functional grammar is everywhere. Think about your daily life. When texting a friend. When talking to your boss. When writing an email. When answering an IELTS question. When giving a presentation. When posting on social media. You don't use exactly the same grammar every time. Why? Because the situation changes. Your purpose changes. Your audience changes. Your grammar changes too. Functional grammar explains those choices. Example. Imagine you're late. To your best friend. I'm late. To your teacher. I'm terribly sorry I'm late. To your boss. I sincerely apologize for arriving late. Same situation. Different grammar. Different relationship. Different purpose. That's functional grammar. Part 5. A simple formula. Here's an easy formula to remember. Situation. Purpose. Grammar choice. Meaning. Let's try one. Situation. Job interview. Purpose. Be professional. Grammar. Polite expressions. Formal vocabulary. Careful wording. Meaning. Respectful. Professional. Confident. Now another. Situation. Talking with your little brother. Purpose. Be friendly. Grammar. Simple sentences. Everyday vocabulary. Relaxed expressions. Meaning. Warm. Comfortable. Natural. See? Grammar follows purpose. Part 6. Why should English learners study functional grammar? Many learners know grammar rules. But they still sound unnatural. Why? Because they learned what is correct. Not what sounds appropriate. For example. I require water. Correct? Yes. Natural? Not really. Most people say, can I have some water? Or, could I get some water? Functional grammar helps you sound like a real English speaker. It teaches you to choose the best grammar for each situation. Part 7. The 3 big questions. Whenever you see an English sentence, ask yourself these questions. Question 1. What is happening? Question 2. Who is speaking to whom? Question 3. Why was this grammar chosen? Those 3 questions will guide almost everything you'll learn in this course. Quick quiz. Let's test your understanding. Question 1. Functional grammar mainly studies A. Spelling. B. Meaning. C. Alphabet. Pause the video. The answer is B. Meaning. Question 2. Grammar only helps us make correct sentences. True? Or false? False. Grammar also creates meaning. Question 3. Which sentence sounds more polite? A. Open the window. B. Could you open the window? The answer is B. Excellent. Review. Today you learned that 1. Grammar is more than rules. 2. Grammar creates meaning. 3. Grammar changes relationships. 4. Grammar changes politeness. 5. Grammar changes focus. 6. Grammar changes how people understand us. 7. Functional grammar asks, what is the grammar doing? Instead of only, is the grammar correct? That's the heart of functional grammar. Preview of the next lesson. Now that you know what functional grammar is, Our next lesson asks a fascinating question. How is functional grammar different from traditional grammar? You may be surprised to discover that both are useful, but they answer completely different questions. We'll compare them side by side with plenty of real-life examples, so you'll know exactly when and why each approach matters. You won't want to miss it. If you enjoyed today's lesson, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to ESC Grammar and Structure if you haven't, leave a comment, and share it with anyone who wants to understand English more deeply. Thanks for watching, keep exploring English with curiosity, and I'll see you in the next lesson.